Listen up, let me tell y'all a story. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in, everyone. We are playing Let's Slay the Princess. I did manage to finally stop it so we can actually see the content warning on the game. Give me a second, chat. I'm also trying to light my candle that is not wanting to light. There we go. Alright, welcome in, chat. Reminder, this is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website if you need a list of specific content warnings. May contain flickering image effects as well as parallax effects that on rare occasions cause motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause something for you, please, you can disable them. I think I may have done that actually. I will double check. Slay the Princess time. But yeah, so we are going to be continuing Slay the Princess tonight. It's just me and VC today. At least at this point. If that ever changes, I'll let you know. Don't think it will though tonight. We are doing a later stream today because I was doing things, and the things I was doing was dyeing my hair. Finally. It's been a long while since I've dyed my hair. And so I did it again today, because why not? I think it was fun. And now I have auburn hair. So that's a fun thing. Because normally my hair is naturally a black-red color. So we lightened it a tiny bit and then dyed it auburn. Because we didn't need to lighten it a lot, only maybe like 2 levels or so. Just enough to like actually bring out, first off, I have naturally red highlights, which lends to the auburn quite well. So that is a thing. But yeah, so that's what I did today. That's why I'm a tad bit late. Later than normal, at least. Alright. So, that is where I'm at right now. But welcome in, chat. So, reminder, this game has content warnings. Let me double check if I can find my original post about the content warnings. Okay, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there's no wrong decisions, there are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Let me also change this, Deja Vu Sans. That's fine. Disabled that. That's font override. Controls. Okay, no, let's see. Preferences. I think that might be there. Windowed. Visible on. Boil effect is off. Parallax vest off. Flickering images is off. And auto advanced text is off. Okay. So, we're going to continue on this glorious game. Which I'm excited about. Just give me a moment. I'm just trying to see if the previous one is still available on here. Because if not, that's okay. Yeah, I do not see it, but that's okay. It is what it is. So, well, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Also, thank you for the follow, Sarah Sugar. So let's continue on Slay the Princess. Reminder, trigger warning. Graphic violence. Derealization. Decoration. Themes. Alright, so I'm gonna put a trigger warning here that I'm about to pin up for the entirety of the end of the stream, so we have it. Anyway, let's continue.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
Hello, Mr. Narrator.
And in the base, you're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait. Load. Let's go to the main menu. Yes. So we're gonna load in the game.
You're on a path in the... You're here to...
Okay. Let's see here. So, let's see. Do I get a reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay...
Before you get it, okay. Because
While
she's
I
locked up.
appreciate the mental exercise we are... Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end. And it's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched unless, of course...
Okay, let's see. I'm not doing this.
Serious?
Do you have to? It seems
Doesn't-
bad, though.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a...
I'm against
fisherman
slaying
or a
anybody,
miller
dude.
Or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than...
What'll be my
It's a
prize?
secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might...
Can't someone else do
Unfortunately,
this?
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make... I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all...
Not problematically,
no
actually.
more people.
Okay. But how can she in the
Don't
world?
linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs... Look, you're
You have
already
evidence?
on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end.
Have you considered I'm okay with the world
Of course I
ending?
haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Thank you! Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Ace, for posting that. Because I was trying to find a better one of that. Thank you. I need to save that so hardcore to my things. Ace, you are amazing. Thank the mods, everyone, please. The mods doing the Lord's work.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Maybe I am. Look, I'll go into the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say that she is, maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to
And I
face.
guess we'll just have to see what happens, but a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
Thank
And
you.
the
Is
more
that
you
better?
listen to her honeyed
I
words,
just moved it
the
away from my
harder
face.
It'll be to pull yourself out.
I don't know why it's been doing that lately.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure,
Sweet.
go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I really need to get a new headset, by the way.
You make
I
your
think
way
this is
up
part
the
of it.
short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Hi, hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into cabin. Oh, that's the only option at this point, by the way, because I questioned so much. We were in the woods.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer.
Give me a second.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay, take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without.
Alright, now I have a stabby stab.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by
I
an
love the
unseen
deja vu
light
you
in
get
the
with
room
this
below.
game.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part. Good.
I'm not gonna speak to her.
You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to
You
the
just
world?
said she's coldly beautiful. Obviously, she's a threat.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
I think I'm just gonna kill her this time.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Yep, there it is.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tight.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Not necessarily. I could throw it.
So,
If I have good aim.
you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her.
I'm upsetting narrator.
Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around
Yes,
like this
we can.
forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one.
Slaying the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to. A moment of distraction
Dang.
and hesitation is all she needed to sight. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel. Holy shit, that hurt!
Yeah, that hurt. Also, language of a hero language.
Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you. Putting you and the princess on, your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as men. We can still turn
Oh, we
this
just
around.
fighting this out. Finish the job.
You and the princess. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push
Goodness.
through the pain, falling for
Oh.
the two of you fall
Well,
to the floor.
We both are just dying here, man.
This was fun.
This was fun? Ma'am! Ma'am, you have a knife in your
The
heart.
princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start
Madam?
to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Oh, I'm very aware it's not.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I think that was the quickest one. Chapter 2, The Adversary. Oh, intriguing. That's kind of new.
You're on a path. You're
Yeah.
here to
Okay. That.
I can assure you that you didn't slay. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. You know I can hear you, right? That's fine.
The
It doesn't
stubborn-
matter if you hear us. The only thing that
Oh,
matters
no.
is marching up to that cabin. That's the spirit. There's no point in
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother changing
Those are
anything?
two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you.
It's a good
if that's what
question.
it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got... I couldn't agree more.
Okay. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
That.
She is just a princess.
Why was she
Whatever
able to
you
do
think
that?
happened to you last time...
Who locked her in
People
there?
locked her in that basement.
Okay,
and
which
I told
people?
you what this place is. It's a... Oh, this is maddening. There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going... Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Why is it falling on me? That's a good question.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I don't.
Of course you're special. Why else would you
That sounds
be?
like manipulation. Why aren't you telling
I've
me?
told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your... What else would we even need to know? We've got all the... Exactly. The less you know about... Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me.
That's all.
Great. Now... A warning. She will lie. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like... Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what the princess will do and say, what a crystal.
Okay. Maybe next time I'm just gonna walk away, honestly.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. See? Even the cabin has the right height. The blade is your You take the blade.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up. What are you talking about? This isn't a...
It's a mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand, but there was a mirror a second, and now it's gone. so all of us can stop arguing about
The
it.
stubborn just
Get
wants us
to
to do
fighting.
things.
Very different.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally. So focus up.
Okay.
The door to the basement. Her fierce voice.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Good. So, as much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay
Okay.
focused as you descend
Oh.
the final step. The form of the
Hello,
princess
ma'am.
comes into view.
She
A
looks
large
cool.
shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into...
Okay. I love I'm not fighting a giant demon lady. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first.
What is there to unpack? Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Alright, fine. I believe you.
Thank you, narrator.
What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already... You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of...
Okay. Just because it bothers you, I'm gonna take this less seriously.
I know. You and the princess, you don't have to be so snarky.
Dang. You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Yeah. I don't really change. So you do remember me.
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes.
See? She wants to fight.
We're attacking.
Finally ready. Here we go. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and draw.
Oh.
She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression, you can hear her chains snap as you struggle to... She almost looks
Disappointed.
pointed at us.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. So don't be afraid.
Don't let her get in your head. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow. Don't listen to them. She understands something that they...
Bait and
You push
opening out
yourself off
maneuver
the
her.
ground and attack the princess. You do your best to outplay her, slashing out and leaving red cuts. This little dance isn't working. Just toughen up. She's throwing us around like a rag doll, I think.
Did you think you could stop me with a few cuts?
The princess's arm shoots forward, her palm wrapping around your head.
She's healing.
Fingers gripping your...
How disappointing.
She squeezes. The pressure unbearable as everything goes dark.
Eye of the Needle. That's new.
You're on a path. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do, fear is good. Fear. So what? You'd have us No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any... Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation. It doesn't matter. We could go in a circle. It's good to know that at least one of you... We may have the same destination, but we're not the same.
The hunted.
You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
Yeah, this
It's
is
evidence of
not
one of
woods.
many ticking clocks. You can't let us. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the wood? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not,
Let's try this. Come on, guys.
it isn't long before you find. No last advice for us? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. I don't know. Screaming sounds pretty good right about.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to dock.
Let's proceed.
The blade is your implement. See? Take it.
Okay.
You take the blade. Good.
There's no overcoming her without it.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward. All we see. This really is just smells of nothing yet. You reach forward and drag your hand across. Why am I not so? It was in our way, and now it's not. That's all that matters. Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. The air hissing up from below is warm and
Oh,
wet,
goodness.
like the breath of an enemy. Locked her voice, bold.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such
Yes.
a disappointing show.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll...
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How
Those chains were nothing to.
There'll be nothing to her this time. We fine by me.
Continue down.
You've nowhere to go but remember every crack and crevice.
We need to be
You'll
faster. Yeah, fair enough.
You turn to face
Oh,
what lies
God.
at the end of the narrow tunnel.
Hello, ma'am?
Princess,
This is
imposing
not
and
my
tightly
expectations.
muscled, grins back at you from her face widens into a...
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not.
Nice.
Make her come to us.
I really don't like that.
It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's see. Not down here.
The Princess Scott.
Oh, you're up to something tricky, aren't you? You're teasing me with what I want. But I'm sick of waiting.
Okay.
I'm not going to let you give me another bad fight. I'm going to get what I...
Bloody desire in her eyes. The princess rushes forward.
Run.
Alright, we're running.
Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge as you near the top. Hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess...
Anywhere you go, I...
Good.
You reach the ledge and hoist...
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Little bird, little bird.
We're almost there.
Don't think about almost.
And we'll take the fight. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the
Oh
cabin.
my
You
God.
glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy
hor-
you, explodes
This is
through the
horrifying,
doorway.
guys.
You
Actually.
are walking a dangerous...
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you?
Do it. Be swift. Strike true. Be where she's not.
Okay. Slay the princess.
You leap from the grass.
Charging me head on? Break.
Her body braces
That's where you're both wrong. Left, now.
as the princess strikes. Your body swerves to the left. She
Okay.
overextends, stumbling as her balance strike.
Okay.
Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. Right. You move out of the way,
Move.
but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise. It's nothing. A scratch.
Yes, it could be worse. We're actually gonna pull this off.
You just might. But don't let it get
Let's
to
do
your...
this.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This
She
is what
is
I've been
enjoying
missing.
this
is how it
heavily.
always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating fight. She's stronger, but you're faster.
and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal
Okay.
dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's
Oh, we have an
slowing
edge
down,
on her?
blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and more. Keep going, we can't stop now. You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep. Nothing. These blows are nothing to us. But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down.
You've outplayed me, haven't you?
I think we have.
Something feels wrong.
And?
Then what
Then
happens?
what happens?
The hands! They took her. You don't have time, but you do not have the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It is time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Wide open
Where
field.
did she go?
Lure a hulking foe to an
Should we
advantageous
try
terrain
and
and
find
win.
And there's that mirror.
We're going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before, and you always get scared.
bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be that thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's not the end. Whatever's on that other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Poor Hunted! I just want to gently hold him.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
We will find her again. You approach the mirror. Glaze into the reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you just need to see what's in it. You've withered. Decay. You've withered. You find yourself in long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
True. What do you think of this vessel?
This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers. and every perspective illuminates my shadows and tells me new secrets.
Okay, I want to stay with you forever if I have to.
If you need time, you are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I... What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy? If you close that box, will you become another you and another? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll...
Oh. Oh. Apologies, the game decided it's freezing for a moment, chat. Give me a moment. I'm not sure what is happening. Oh, the game closed itself. I'm not sure why it did that. Give me a moment, chat. Have to reopen it. Hopefully that did not completely destroy all of our progress. Fingers crossed, guys. I am trying to get it back open again. Fingers crossed here. Okay. All right. Trying to get it to reload. We may have hit a snag. So the game is not reloading right now. Oh, did it? Did it finally?
You have returned to me.
Oh,
Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
there we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. You're hearing the princess. Okay.
You're on a path.
Bring
in
the eye of the
woods,
needle to her.
And at the end,
Yes. We're saving that for now because of what just happened.
you're here to slay her.
Okay. You know what? I'm turning around and
Seriously?
leave.
You're just going to turn around.
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. Oh, welcome
I suppose
in,
you
welcome
just
in, welcome to
quietly
stream. Thank you for
continue
the
down the path away
raid.
from the cabin.
Thank you for the raid. No reason. Alright. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, you are also playing Slay the Princess. Nice. So I just got the Eye of the Needle. Welcome in, and thank you for the raid. I hope you enjoy your time here.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
I just
Better
decided
wash
to
our
turn
hands of
around
this
and
whole
leave.
Situation than to take
Gonna see
part
what
in.
happens.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Narrator, stop.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How
That is
convenient.
fair.
Everything's back
This
on
is the
track
second
again.
time I'm
Maybe the
playing
world
through
can
it.
still
I've
be
gotten a
saved
bunch of
after all.
endings. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
I want to leave.
It's remarkably
I'm tired of
selfish, if you
dying,
ask
my
me.
man.
I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies.
Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill
When I
someone for
said
them.
everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just... And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation.
Okay. Oh yeah? Well, I guess if I start walking a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of
There's
here.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
I'm gonna keep trying to
And
leave.
here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers
There's the cabin.
out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your
There's so many-
surroundings, you start
what?
to realize that those flickers weren't just in every direction. There is a path and a cabin.
What the heck?
And
What
you
kind of
take
Bioshock Infinite
the
world is this?
an infinite
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever. You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't just wander off into the forest. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger. Oh? Did I unlock another one?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Pointing this out, notice that? That looks like it's a simulation type of thing. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is
Look
what
at that.
we scry
That's
at, and the
new.
life of
That's
a mere
all new.
princess shouldn't stop you.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're
Contrarian.
thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to... If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day.
the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
I mean, we didn't get
The
murdered,
world hasn't
so.
ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude.
It
Stuff
might
those
be a
pathetic little
gate.
voices to the back of your...
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force
What are you talking
this.
about? I'm sure those walls have always been there.
They are not. They are
Makes sense
normal.
if you think about it. If there weren't any
A
walls
fence,
in the woods,
possibly.
someone might have gotten lost.
I mean,
Or,
they're being called a
heaven
wall,
forbid,
though, so I'm
someone other than
wondering.
you might have stumbled onto the princess.
I'm just gonna stay in the
You
woods
have already
forever.
Committed to my completion. You cannot go further
Ma'am?
astray.
Silently proceeding. I'm being lectured by the princess, guys.
Before you go any further, she will. If we're
I
stuck
know.
going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed to the cabin. I can see what the contrarian's doing now.
The cabin
I like the
interior
hunted,
is
honestly.
Wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin
What the-
interiors,
oh.
all projected across what's almost
There's
the same
void down
space.
there.
But it's all
That's
shifted.
wrong.
An
These
inch
are
here,
these
a
are
foot
all
there.
wrong.
So
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. The blade is your
if he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave. No, I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. You can't just say that. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your
This
job,
is odd,
which is
guys.
to slay the princess and through that action save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her,
You cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot
Oh, you've piqued my
nothing, because you're going. Just ignore the stressful geometry. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it.
That's a
to
good
us.
point.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours, and quickly. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something. What you're seeing here is obviously
Oh, buddy,
real.
I've seen
Just
so much
accept it
weird.
and go with the
Listen, I saw
flow.
her
It
become
really
a
isn't hard.
goddess, and I've seen her unravel me, and I became just kind of literally the like inside of a throat was a thing. I remember her beheading herself. She became a demon woman. That was a thing. I love Hero too. I love Hunted actually. I really like Hunted. I want to give him cuddles.
Okay.
Just pick him up,
Okay, I'm fine.
put him on somewhere soft, and let him exist happily.
Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult
Yeah,
to slay
casually,
the princess and
just
save the world
lift
without
him up.
a weapon.
Put him in like a comfy like area with like soft things, because I think he just needs help. I think he just needs affection. I think he just needs somewhere soft and safe that he can exist without a problem. Also, can we get narrator just some coffee? Because he needs it.
Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really should. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way. Thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our
We will
thumb
shatter
at
our
the
thumb
bottom.
if we do that.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade.
Keep your
Grip.
grip as he is.
Keep your grip the way it is. Your task awaits.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the... What are you talking about? This isn't a...
Wipe it clean. And it's
you
gone.
reach forward, but there was a mirror, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Alright. Entering the basement. Same, I like Contrarian.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Well, this is not
revealing a web of branching staircases all built
straightforward.
from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None
Yeah.
of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone damp. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
I don't like this.
Oh, don't be such a baby.
Right?
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your... There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Contrarian really does not like narrator. Soft stairs to the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
It's either gonna be good or bad.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
The pointer has changed.
Physical sensations dull and then vanish,
Oh.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination. consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange.
Right?
Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still... Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish... The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side. And why are we here again? In case
This
you
is
weren't listening, I'm
intriguing.
afraid I
The art's
lost myself
amazing.
on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's...
Sorry, Do you know what happened to me?
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we?
Oh.
There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
That's odd.
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other... Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Can we put her back? Let's see. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
You're apparently a threat to the world. I was sent
But
here
I
to
don't
slay
want
you.
to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. You don't think I'm some sort of monster, do you?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and
Oh
I'm going
God,
to
there's a
lay
third.
waste to everything, starting with you.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
I don't think so.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop.
Trying to get you out of here.
Wait.
Oh.
That's not right. Go on.
Why did I pick 3 things? Why did it have me pick 3 things?
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture.
We're also
The room spins, your
kaleidoscoping.
perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, knife beaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
What in the
No, I
world?
don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone.
He is. He's left.
We were never going to salvage this, were we?
I don't think we were. I don't think so. That's fair, Marty.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
We should help her. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for a break.
Contrarians
isn't it?
learning.
Please.
I'll do my best. Oh, never mind. She was taken. You never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. The illusion of choice. When everything is possible, nothing is. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Trust me. We've been here before, and you always get
But it
scared.
feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. You're not messing with us, right?
No. You approach the mirror. Sign says you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always leaves them leave, but you see what's in it. The remains you've unraveled. You find yourself in long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her. Hi, ma'am. Oh.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Is that this world?
Do you know what we'll find out there?
There's trees and stars and there are people, I think. At least there's supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Most don't. Do you have a narrator? Do the vessels have one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this is for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Let's see. Thank you for the posture check. Oh, I needed that. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me hydrate. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walk. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Okay. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next
Oh!
will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to
Only
me.
one more?
I-
Okay. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Okay. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Kindness. That's going to be my choice.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark and you die. That's my choice. Kindness. A rich and vibrant heart bringing the stranger to her.
You're on a path. You're here to
Okay. Silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the shore.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him.
Hi, hero. We're going to choose kindness, guys.
The interior of the cabin is almost a blade.
not taking the blade. It's not even going to be an option.
The door, her voice
Hello? Is someone there?
is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. How
here
many
to save
times do
you.
I have to tell you how dangerous letting...
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay focused. There's...
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for... I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the change.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge... No. You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe
No.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess...
I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying up there, and if not, maybe I can find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make... Is someone else here? You try the door. You make
locked
your way
us
to the
down
bottom
here.
of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you.
There's a slight panic rising in the prince.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates.
Oh my
because
God.
She rips her
Oh,
flesh from her bones.
okay.
It's the blade
That
from
is-
upstairs. You're not sure how. Or we could use. You won't like.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against
Oh,
your better
okay.
judgment,
I'm
you cut
just gonna
into her. The blade is sharp, and it takes
not
little
watch
effort
that
to
for a
crack through
second.
the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground.
I forgot about
and
that.
the heavy
That's fair.
chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even
I
bothered
want
by
to
what
show her
just
kindness.
happened.
This is the last life she has,
Thank you.
and we have
Now
together.
let's get out of here.
So, approach the locked
No.
door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess
Whoa.
Wait, this isn't fair. You
Narrator
can't
taking
watch me.
control.
What are you doing?
No. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't.
Your body lunges forward. The blade, but the princess dodges. Stop it. Stop.
Okay. No. Resist.
Move the. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
We both know this isn't you.
It is not me.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it for her sake. Don't you stop. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your
I'm
legs
trying to
give
be
out
kind to her. I'm
beneath you.
trying to make sure that
You
she doesn't
collapse
have to
the
worry
floor,
about that.
Your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest.
Because
as
I don't want the
tears
last
carve
life to be,
rivulets
like,
of
bad,
pink down her
you know, for her?
blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
That's fair, Marty.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone different, everything goes dark. And you die.
The damsel. I don't remember this
On
one.
a path in the woods. And you're here.
Yeah. Okay. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. If only you knew what
This.
you did to
Oh
us,
God!
you
Here he
villain.
comes.
Excuse me?
The simp.
Forget he said any.
But he is a villain. He may. Last time.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice.
I do. But I.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong.
I love the
Everyone needs to hear
hero
them.
so much. He's just
Some
like,
things are better
I'm
kept
done with
quiet.
this man.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin. Fair enough, Marty. I prefer the hero, I'm gonna be honest. I love the hero and the hunted. He is so
Interior of the
stupid.
cabin is the blade is your.
Okay, we're gonna look at the mirror.
You walk up to the. What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub. But there was a
Okay.
mirror a second. And now it's gone. Pity.
Let me save again, just to be safe. Take the blade.
You take the blade. I suppose. Hopefully it doesn't put. There's no use arguing over.
Enter the basement. No, that's valid. Smitten is fun.
The door to the basement.
Thing
creaks
is,
open,
I'm not gonna injure
revealing an
her
intricate
with the
but it's
knife.
still a soft voice.
Hello?
Her voice. It's okay. I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't
Yes.
even know the princess.
Yes.
We can still do right by her without all this. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock
Okay.
eyes with the princess.
Well, she's pretty.
There's a heavy chain
I
around
love her
her
new-
wrist, binding her
I know
to the
her
far
new
wall.
dress.
My love, we're here to rescue you
Smitten,
from your
shut
unjust
up!
and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can
I'm
hear
so
my
done. Why did I have to choose this one for the final life?
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Yep.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come
Oh
back.
no, I unlocked the full romance.
Did you hear that?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
It does, narrator.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. We damned a whole world. Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else.
Oh.
You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Narrator knows way more than he lets on. Thank you for the patch support. Do I have to cut you out again? I did not care for that last
I'm okay
time.
with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to.
Do you. What? No, she's a prisoner here. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the
Yeah,
only
that's
one
weird.
who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care
is.
last time. Why should.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that.
Alright, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
She ended the world and she just wants. She.
See?
This
She
is
didn't
so
confess
odd.
anything. She is innocence itself.
Smitten. Stop.
Not so sure.
Same. We'll try
No.
rescuing her.
You'll what? Take over our body and force us.
Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I
This is
will
not going to
end
end
our
well.
life.
You wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Maybe.
You approach the princess.
The shackles
and
really can
gingerly
just be
slide her
removed in
hand
this
from
one.
her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it.
I told you, there's no life more worth.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Here's the love story, guys. Are you enjoying it?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful... Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and every... Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
Perfect.
As the princess takes your hand
This just
in
feels
hers,
wrong.
you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor. We have each other. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
Yeah, it is, in fact, a love story.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
Fair enough, narrator.
You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't
He's
have
so
to be
salty.
about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face.
I think the narrator's the one shutting the door.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't
Oh!
be able to...
He just admitted it? Wait a second, he just admitted that he's the one who did it?
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Yes, agreed.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you will ever know. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
That's fair, hero. I think I've got this.
Okay. Yeah, you've got.
You place your hand and the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It worked.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match
Narrator,
for the strength of our hearts,
buddy.
bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away.
I'm sorry, this is
If you don't mind,
hilarious.
I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin it.
This is hilarious,
If I'm about to see
guys.
the end of the world, I'd rather
Oh
not see
my
it sober.
gosh. This is hilarious. So this is the final life, and this is what I have chosen, and this is funny.
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not
true.
how this... Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her.
All we need to be happy is each other. What if we stayed here and built a life together?
What a romantic suggestion. You're right. We don't need the world. All we... That's exactly what I just suggested. Was it not romantic when I suggested it?
It was romantic, hero. You're good. Trust
Did
me.
you suggest that? I wasn't listening.
The simp doesn't listen.
You answered me.
I respect the narrator.
But the door's right there. We can just leave.
Wait. Why would she say that? Was she not wooed by... She's not wooed by you because staying here and building a life together isn't a solution. It isn't anything. It's a non-answer. It can't be done.
Okay. Trust me, it'll be better for both of us to stay here. We can be happy here. We just have to want it.
But we would have to be here forever.
Ooh, that is true.
I don't know you.
Yeah, fair.
This is really what you want, though.
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the...
I guess we could do that.
She doesn't... But she can't be... I don't know. No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If as the
Oh,
voice
he's going
thinks
insane.
it's for... Oh. What?
What is he
Are
doing?
you sure you want to know? You plunge your nails into your chest.
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that in.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
He is not the decider.
And yet, it will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet
Goodness.
pops as you pull yourself apart inch
Well, you
by
know what?
painful inch.
I'm literally just trying to make this like into
Your
happily.
exposed heart. Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her.
Why can
everything
Smitten
she
do
doesn't
this?
know.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The princess. Everything goes dark, and yes.
Happily ever after. What?
Your
Epilogue?
path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin.
Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. What is this? Epilogue.
Excuse me? You're clearly...
Huh.
Huh, so you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet.
What is this? What the heck is this?
We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time.
Yeah, that's true, he did.
Now, he's clearly disorientated. I'm sure all this new info is going to come as quite a shock to him. Best if we're gentle.
Oh,
Won't
opportunist.
you? Here's the new guy. Welcome!
I'm just imagining just here, just like, hey guys, what's up? I'm done with this.
Thank you. I'm just happy to be here.
Fair enough, my man. I like this new guy. He's just vibes. He's just happy to be here.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible.
That's
You know
terrible.
that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Yeah, we're aware.
Well, we know that now, thanks to you. We're all so lucky to be stuck with, working with someone
Thank you for
so
letting me know about the
well-informed.
breathing.
You can count on us to do things right from here on out.
Let me know if that's better. Okay.
I'm going to describe the room now.
Go for it,
The
buddy.
interior of the cabin is vast and regal.
This is
High
not
arched
a
windows
cabin.
line
I
the
need to point
walls,
that out.
Their
This is a
multicolored glass casting
whole
kaleidoscopic
castle.
patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Yeah, no blade, man. Alright. Does it matter if the blade's here? We didn't use it last time, and the time before that she used it to kill us. Or, hey, where's the voice of the Ooh!
Yeah, he was a bit of a loud
You ate the
one,
blade,
wasn't he?
dang. Yeah, he
We're
was.
better off without him, if you ask me. One less opinion we have to contend with. Plus, he's the one who got us into this whole mess.
I mean, you're not wrong. He did kind of, rip our chest apart with his bare hands, by the way.
Is that so? Maybe there is hope for you after all, free from the bad influence of your missing friend.
I just love your where's Pookie. Does it matter if there's a blade?
Now that is some fine reasoning. Who cares about the blade? I think you're right. We're better off without it. It's not like it's ever been important.
Okay.
Of course, the blade's important. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. The fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right.
Yes, we have a few times.
But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Alright, bud. Okay, approach the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. He couldn't see it last time. I'm sure that hasn't changed.
Yeah, it hasn't
Let's
changed.
just do our thing, and if it... See what? Oh, I think I know this one. It's either a mirror or
It's nothing. Depends who you ask.
I like that.
What? Just ignore him.
Reach forward.
You reach
There it
forward,
is.
your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle.
Oh, that's a pretty door. Look at that.
Figures.
That's so fairy. Figures. Just,
And then you push the door open. Marvelous. We can proceed. It would seem that
Why
the
are we-
stairs to the basement don't
An
lead
attic?
to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine
It's
carpets
not a basement.
too, one that feels
Where
pleasantly
are we
soft
going?
against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's
It
fancy,
is.
even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm.
Well, this is your last life, buddy,
Don't
so...
worry about it, boss. You're doing great. I'm not, but I appreciate the encouragement.
Let me save this. Alright, we saved it again.
Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess.
Maybe we don't.
No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
What? You're home. Dinner's ready. This is very new. Guys, this is very new. Have either of you experienced this?
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds
Dinner
nice.
does sound nice.
Gotta say, I'm with him on this one, boss. When have nice things ever been a problem? That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Proceed up the stairs.
This hall, like the one below,
Oh.
is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm,
Those are
comforting
paintings of
light,
each of the lives.
just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every
Guys.
wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do
What
is
is that
cross the room,
creature?
push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Yeah, that is easy, isn't it? So, where's the rush?
You're here.
That's you, sorry.
Now we
Fair
can
enough.
start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the
Oh,
words
sure.
leave her mouth, the torches flare and a
A
chair
creature
swings
feature.
in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're
Oh.
forcibly seated at the head of the table.
This is great.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Sure. What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
You mentioned dinner on the stairs?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames
Oh,
burn bright.
wow.
The shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Am I ever? Yeah. And after everything we've been through, we could use a break.
Yeah, it's literally a
More
creature.
than that, we deserve.
Eat.
You begin to feast, and the food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You
Goodness.
sample count, you tear at hunks of meat practically melting. This really is. It is the best meal, but then it's over.
Wasn't that perfect? we should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table,
Oh.
clearing and replating. The food is good. A good meal is still a good meal. And we didn't even have to clear the dishes. And then it's over.
This is odd.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
Oh
So
no.
the shadow sweeps over the table. Clear. The meat is fine. The bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too.
I don't like this at
You
all.
finish your goblet. The liquid
It
within
is
no longer
just a
glimmering
mess.
on your palate, instead
Beastie.
leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not. Well, food is food, isn't it? Can't always be. Does it? Because it seems like the taste is getting worse. Regardless of quality, it's over again. And
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
again, the shadow replaces your feast. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through.
This is upsetting,
Yet
actually.
I'm so... Well, it's still free food we didn't have to make, right? At least you still have the memory of how good it was.
I'm so tired of.
Yeah, same.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Not a fan of whatever just happened. I don't want to sit in the dark. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls.
I
Their
don't think you
shadows
did anything
deepen,
wrong. I think you
dancing
just said
angrily
something
across the
you
stone.
wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't
Who's
want you to be
him?
upset with me.
Is that smitten? I think the creature's smitten! It's just a torch, don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light.
Yeah. We just have to keep the rest lit.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
We should do something fun. Wouldn't that be nice? What if we played a game?
Sure.
Yes, I love games. I'm great at them.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes
Okay.
dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game. Its pieces elegant and beautiful in it.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Great, we don't even have a rule book. That means we can make... I don't think it really matters. This all kind of feels like we're just filling time in. What, you don't want to win? To show our prowess in all avenues and accumulate respect?
Nah, you're good.
You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. She only made us start over because we were winning. Time passes.
No, buddy.
You play the game. You win. Boom. And there you have it. What did I tell you?
Game night. Win a
Am I
game
great
with the
at
help of
games or am I
manipulative
great at
voice.
games?
Oh, you won. I guess we can.
Time passes.
Oh,
Again.
I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause.
This isn't fun anymore.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't.
Oh.
Princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Literally.
Wait,
Another
wait,
torch is
wait.
done.
Maybe this.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear. And
Yeah,
the two of you set
it
about,
does.
and
I
so
don't
you
like
do.
that.
And it is fun again. In fact, it's all. But then you get used to the additions. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The winning and losing become nothing but ends. And even the end.
I'm out of ideas.
That's
I'm
fair.
actually out of ideas this time.
That's fair.
As the words leave the princess's
Oh,
mouth,
no.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
this is. Isn't it
Awful.
great that we're all having such a lovely
No
time?
opportunist. said he. Who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for
It's
us.
Smitten.
Is she talking about a real voice? Like us, but...
Silently standing.
But as you attempt to get up, the
Oh!
torches flare and shadowed hands pin. There will be no getting up. There will be no...
Don't you have anything to say?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. Giving us the cold shoulder, I say. Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
He says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask, isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to? He says he's tired, and I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
This isn't fair. If I could just talk to him for 2 seconds, I'm sure we could sort this.
Okay. Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate. Her
Oh,
quick
honey,
breath-
no.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let-
She's being defensive.
I can't get up. Something is
The
holding me down.
princess smiles, nervous.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how it works here. We don't have to go anywhere anymore. He just wants us to be happy.
We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I
Don't feel
The
anything?
third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars,
That sounds lovely.
but there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
I feel so bad for her right
As
now.
she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens it.
Hey,
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
and that's fair.
The princess
Oh, honey.
sobs, burying.
Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I feel like all of this is my fault.
She raises her head.
Your fault. We were all just trying to make things work here.
I just didn't have
I
that
don't
one.
think this is the sort of thing anybody needs to apologize for. Even if we both feel empty. Even if an important part of us is gone.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
Yep.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she
Do you still care about me?
Yes. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to say that, but I don't think this place is for us anymore. I think we need to go.
Yep. Offer her your hand.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand.
We can go together, if you'd like.
The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world? He's right, you know. You're giving us some real mixed signals, boss. Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
That's fair.
Well, this is less work for us anyways.
Shut up, opportunist.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you.
I'm sorry, narrator.
I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? No boss anymore, no one left to tell us what to do. I guess we'll have to be our own.
The stars are so beautiful.
I'm upset about the narrator, actually. A quiet moment passes over you, a comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move, a soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out in a wide spin, and your arms stretched to their limits, only the tenacious grasp of your hand in hers, holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Why is this so sad? At least I could show her happiness in the end. I mean to share a dance with your happy ending. But you don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave.
She's
Memory
gone.
returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
That's such a mood. It's going to be okay, trust me. You've been here before and you always
But
get
it feels
scared.
so bad. Like, looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Of course you are, you're an opportunist. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Finally! We're going places.
Approach the mirror. Oh no. Oh no, wait, is it an ad? It's an ad! Okay, I'm gonna wait to continue this until the ad is over, guys. Alright, so I'm waiting until ad is over because I want you guys to see this. I am gonna save it here. You'd look. Okay. So I'm kind of curious about how this is going to end. Since this is the last, time. This is the last life. And bittersweet one. I will say that. I don't regret it, though. I think it was a good one to end on. And now we know Smitten can just kind of do that. Didn't know Smitten could do that. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Either way. Should be in a minute here. 13 seconds or so. So we're gonna wait for a second. Because I do want everyone back. Okay. That's such a mood, Marty. Also, welcome back, Ace. Welcome back, welcome back. That's such a real mood, Marty. Okay, so I waited because this is technically the end. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward, they're gone once again. The mirror is always making them leap, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and see it. A figure. Faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. There's my face! Guys, we got a face! Look at that! Explore.
I think you know.
Are
what
you
I
me?
am.
I think you know what. Narrator! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh lord. If you're not me, then what are you?
I am an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
No. Oh, I'm upset. In one of my lives, you doubted yourself. You thought that all of this was wrong.
Did I? That means nothing in the grand scheme of things. This construct you're in contains every possible world at once. The fact that you managed to find one reality among trillions where I was delusional proves nothing.
Oh. Let's see. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
But why do I have to destroy her? What's wrong with transformation? Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
You can't just destroy death. If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death, or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
That's why you have an afterlife. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
That is fair. Let's see. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
Okay. I have like 2 more questions. What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light.
Yeah.
Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life. Forever.
The problem is, you can't have the good without the bad, though. You would have no concept of good and bad. Like, that's the problem. Like, very much unreliable narrator, I feel bad for him, but I also am looking at him going, your logic is so flawed. You can't have the good without the bad. You cannot have life without death. There's no way you can. They go hand in hand. That's why you savor the good days, because the bad days exist as well, and they're a good reminder. I'm loving this.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Death of the author, run out of questions. I'm gonna lie to him. I'm making a conscious choice to lie to him. To give him something at the end. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her.
Lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece, and my time is up.
I hope it's a comfort, at least.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Rest well, narrator. As final fragments of glass shatters, you see yourself with a new clarity. You are the long quiet, the vast... I am the long quiet? A vast and majestic god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Yeah. It was boring, terrifying. It's like you're trapped. We are the long quiet? Proceed to the cabin one last time. An honest heart. Share a happy ending with her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there's no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. All versions of her.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no
But
mind.
it's an understandable fear. Yeah. But I am the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Because the problem is you can't have a truly happy and good world without death. But I can see why the narrator was scared of death, because that's to be human. It is! I'm... God. Don't you have a say in all this? Let's see. Let's talk this through. No. Don't you have a say in all this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts.
This
If we
is
didn't,
so
the winding
powerful.
paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Okay. I can't just let you out
If you're
they all
saying
die.
that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence
enough.
and passion are dances that both of us know well.
Right?
If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
A picture of a life, and a picture of a life, and a picture of a life. How deep must repetition still our movements, until even the air we breathe is stale? You doused the flames of false devotion, and in my despair, you lifted my chin, and the two of us danced beneath the stars. But the stars can't be seen unless the flames go out, and the walls come crashing down. Can you not do for all things what you did for us?
Let's see. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation, but this isn't what any of this has been about. Address Vessel's statement directly. What we shared there was agony, but it doesn't have to be like that. That's an option. I'd never want to hold the world still, but is suffering the only alternative?
There is no suffering but the lies we tell ourselves. The only real suffering would be a world without my mercy.
My mass is mobbing you.
There is no beginning to them, and there is no end.
And there is no
There is only the flood of
There
bodies.
is only the
In
flood
every
of
moment you
bodies.
hold every possible
Every
sensation at
moment
once,
you
and
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once. And then you hold. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything.
This is insane.
We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
Let's see. Address this directly. Let's see. To contain everything is to contain every evil alongside every good. Can we not shed the confines of our old selves and create?
Without the contrast of pain, pleasure is muted, made dull by the assurance that it will always be. A song
The
that
thing is
only
that I
sweet
think that
as a pale horizon
if
that
we're
never
both
falls.
gods, she is a death god. It's the boss battle. Dear goodness.
I crush you.
She.
I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You run, but you do not run away.
You take me somewhere new, somewhere we can dance like we used to. But I could not follow your steps.
I'm enjoying this. This is amazing.
There was no better gift for me than the gift of defeat. You showed me how much more I could be. We made each other better. To have no challenges to fade into nothing. A life without obstacles is no life at all.
She has a point. Yeah, death is a possibility with her. This is amazing. Addresses Vessel's statement directly. I fought you to protect others, not to better myself. Yeah.
And yet you changed regardless. Your perspective widened.
Okay.
To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you found me, and we chose to trust each other for no reason than the sake of believing in something that wasn't us.
Oh, her.
Shared skepticism blossomed into freedom, but we needed to walk a path together to bloom. Would you stop our journey now that you've seen its beginning? What of those in the worlds beyond? Would you erase their paths to stop them from going astray?
The prisoner. I want to protect them.
And that is what I want too. To protect them from the horrors of an eternity without me.
Without change. Oh, God.
Is it their body? Is it all?
I wanted to forget this part.
Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
She's just a heart and intestines. Yeah. I am not my body, but perhaps others are theirs.
And yet bodies change and consciousness goes on. The infant's body is not the child's, is not the adult's, but the thread of existence remains strung through it all.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we live? It's easy to believe the things you believe in when you... What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Let's see. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever
It's not
you're
the
trying to
only
do right
truth.
now, you don't have to do it.
Hero! Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
You have no idea how good it
It's
is
good
to
to
hear
be
you.
here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
I'm almost in tears,
It's time
guys.
to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm ready.
Then let's go.
Okay.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess... Do you need me to describe things?
Is it just you and me? Did anyone else make
It's
it to the
just
cabin?
us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin to me, for old
Yeah.
time's sake?
Of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows.
I'm not gonna cry, I swear I'm not gonna cry.
There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it.
I didn't break it. The narrator did.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Take the blade.
That's probably for the best.
Is the narrator really
Yeah,
gone?
it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Yeah, that's fair. It's funny, after everything he put us through, it's kind of sad to see him
Yeah,
go.
it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Yeah. Enter basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her
Yeah.
voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us.
Continue
And down we
downstairs.
go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
No, we shouldn't.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Sit with her. I don't think... Are you the same as you are out there?
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anybody. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the
That's
end
so
of that
fair.
knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened.
I don't think that'll work either.
Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there, if you continue to exist and they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
I don't want to forget you.
That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
don't know what to pick. Should I do the is it too late to go back to being a god? That was an accident. Didn't mean to pin that. That was not on purpose. That was not on purpose. That was an accident. Thank you, Ace. Okay, what do you guys think I should do? Do you think that I should slay her, agree to her plan, or do I say can we go back to being a god? What are y'all thinking? Because I'm an indecisive creature right now. Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that. But maybe next time.
Fair enough. Okay, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Yeah, hi Roki. How do you know that things won't get end worse? What if when I make my way back here I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of the world?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty and I
That
still
is
like you.
fair, Ace, and thank you.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Okay. Let's do it. I believe in us, or I'm sorry, but I can't do that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to see what would happen either way. Okay, guys? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna agree to the plan.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side.
I'll see you on the other side, hero.
She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I'll see you soon.
Hey, I love you.
This is a love story.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Alright. Going to the main menu. After I save this. Alright. Main menu. Yes. What? Continue what? That one? What about continuing? That one, okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. It's the same as before. Seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? You're on a path in the wood, and at the end of the path is the cabin. Oh my gosh! I got the ending! Nice. Just so y'all are aware, I am snoozing the ads. I'm not gonna lie. Fair. Our song finished the game. The good ending doesn't count. Alright, chat. We're gonna go raid somebody and I'm gonna go home. Go cry. That's the answer here. Let's go raid. Playlist? What's the playlist? Wait a second. The Our Song page? Oh. Oh, nice. Okay. Memories. Yeah. You can see like the different vessels you got and stuff. These are all the vessels I haven't gotten yet, and these are the beginnings and endings. So, I'm gonna end stream here. We're going to raid into somebody. Give me a second. Okay, so we're gonna raid, let's raid into... Pie. You need to boot up your game again, see what's new. That's fair. Alright, so we're gonna go raid, and I will see you all tomorrow. Well, later today, actually, because it's past midnight for me. I will see you all later today for some silly goofs. Some fun. I'm gonna leave here and go cry, guys. Alright, chat, I will see you all later on. Let's go raid. See you guys later today for some Stardew Valley. Bye, chat. Bye, guys.